Tamara Basic Tease here, and today I'm going to explain to you about the illustrations on basictees.com that say elastic foot recommended. We are sitting in front of my Juki industrial Serger machine, and when I purchased this 20 years ago, I asked them to add an elastic attachment. I'm going to show you how I put this elastic in this machine, but this is probably something that's not going to be attainable to you if you're just starting out. So I just open up this little clip right here, and there's an opening. Pull your elastic through, and then pop these gears back into place. Now these two gears right here are going to push this elastic through and make it a little bit tighter or add some taunt to it so that it has that little bit of a gather when you're done with it. Now I've arranged these two pieces because I mainly use a 1/4 inch elastic. So I'm going to lift up on the pressure foot, take this elastic, and I'm going to feed it through this 1/4 inch opening that I preset for my 1/4 inch elastic. And I'm going to pull it down and through and put it under my pressure foot. See, it's all the way back here underneath my pressure foot. I'm going to set it down, and I am going to close this so that these gears control this elastic. So now I'm going to take a piece of my fabric and I'm going to put it under this elastic. And I'm going to run this elastic and the fabric under my pressure foot, and it's going to gather this fabric for me and make it so it's just a little bit tighter. So when you look at it, it's got a little bit of a gather to it now. So it's pulled on that elastic as it's gone through. Before I purchased this industrial sewing machine with the attachment, I had a Serger, and this was before the internet. So I didn't know that you could buy an attachment for the foot to put the elastic through. So I did it by hand for probably a year. So I would feed the elastic underneath the foot, and I would pull on it ever so slightly, and I would slide it through my fingers and put a little teeny tiny pull on it as it would go through. Or I was playing the smallest violin ever. Ha ha ha. So I just want to also tell you that if you do decide to do it that way, you need to make sure that your knife is up. So every Serger has a knife. It cuts off the fabric and it will cut off the elastic. So you're going to make sure you pop that knife up and make sure that it doesn't cut off the elastic. So this is the foot. This is the piece that you can switch and change and put that elastic attachment on. I am almost positive that you can buy an elastic attachment for a regular home sewing machine also. This is the foot. You'll just undo the screws in the back and you will switch foots and make it a different pressure foot on your machine. I want to show you one more way that you could get that gather effect to where the elastic's a little bit tighter than the fabric. If you cut the elastic maybe an inch or two smaller than the piece you want to attach it to and pin it in the center and then sew it stretched out, it's going to have that gather in it. See how it kind of puckered right there? I just did a quick straight stitch on there just to show you how it made that gather.